Next level. Next level.
What is good, YouTube? How we doing today? How are we doing today? How am I sounding? Am I looking okay? I know I was rushing around. I literally just got in the door. So sorry if I look like a mess. I wasn't really prepared for today's live show, but as they say in show business, the show must go on. I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you guys have been doing great. I hope your week has been treating you amazing. And I hope that you have a fantastic weekend. Today is going to be a really short show. I'm just going to go over some of the things that I've been working on this week and some of the things that are going to be coming to the channel or to, I guess, what I do in the next possibly week or two and some of the changes. What's up, Toby? How you doing? How you doing, Red Lantern? Thanks for joining the squad again. What's up, Refrigeration Tech? That's kind of cool. Keep my food cold. It's always good to keep my food good. Everyone needs a good refrigeration tech in your life, because once you lose your cold, then what happens to all your meat that you're going to be cooking? Anyways, what's up, Jeremy? Country Swag, how you doing? What's up, the one? You know, I was debating not doing this show, and the one's like, hey, man, just come on, just kick it with us for a little bit. And I was like, you know what? I just came back from the computer store, so maybe I'll just talk about some of the stuff that I picked up and some of the stuff I've been working on. Yeah. What's going on, Roger? How you doing, Shrink and Sharon? What's up, Troop? All right. So, if you guys are in the member squad on Telegram, for those of you guys who are members, you would have noticed that I was working on PCs this week. So I finally installed my NVIDIA 3090, which is in this PC right here. I spent probably over an hour fixing the cable management in this PC, and then obviously installing it and making sure that it's all running good, updating the drivers, all that kind of good stuff. What's up, Dane? I'm pretty happy with how it looks. Pretty happy with how it's running. I never thought I would have a computer that looks like that, but I do. So I'm kind of happy about that. That's been a project of mine that I've been working on for, it feels like probably close to a year now. I've been parting it out, getting parts. And the crazy thing about computers now is that the parts keep getting better. But if we really want to talk about computer parts, I feel sorry for anyone who has to build a brand new PC right now. Legitimately, I do. And the reason is because trying to find anything that is decent in regards to graphics, next to impossible. And if you do, you're paying an arm and a leg. It is next to impossible to find anything that has a VRAM over 4 gigs. And maybe it is something to do with cryptocurrency and mining cryptocurrency. There's actually an article that just came out. Google has built a quantum PC that uses 60 graphics cards. It can compute stuff at ridiculous rates. So everyone is trying to do something crazy. And a lot of it now, they're capitalizing on the computing power of graphics cards, which is something that I never would have thought of growing up building computers, that, or working on them at least, that you would use a graphics card for computing power. I was working on my son's AMD build yesterday, and even in his graphics card software, there is an option for compute drivers that are specifically for computing, which is interesting all on its own, right? So more and more graphics cards these days are multi-purpose. They're not just for graphics anymore. A lot of you guys would have known from the last couple live streams that I've been really interested in regards to cryptocurrency and cryptocurrency related stocks. I do believe that cryptocurrency is going to either change the world one way or another. Either it becomes the future or it lays the groundwork for where the future is going in regards to economy. There's a lot of things that are going on. So before I even installed the 3090 on this PC, I started researching about cryptocurrency, and I was like, does it make sense to mine cryptocurrency? How difficult is it to mine cryptocurrency? So I tested it out on a day on my old card, and I was like, this isn't that difficult. It's actually pretty easy. You just launch an application, it does its thing, and when you're not using your computer, it's bringing in some kind of revenue. But for the most part, it is very difficult to mine cryptocurrency and make a decent revenue if you do not have either one, a good graphics card, or two, more than one graphics card. So there's a couple things that comes with mining cryptocurrency. One is electricity. It is going to cost you more electricity, right? But generally, if you are mining at a certain rate, or if you have decent cards, you will be producing more revenue than what the electricity is going to be costing you. However, that being said, you are putting a lot of strain on your actual parts because you're running them 24/7, and generally at a much higher temperature than you typically be running them. I mean, you can clock them down a bit and turn up the fan, but then if you're turning up the fan, you're pushing it harder, and even if it's running, at a decent temperature, you're still working those parts more than what they would typically be worked at, right? So this week I've been playing around with mining cryptocurrency and seeing if it actually is profitable. Does it make sense? All that kind of good stuff. I do have a video coming out about a little bit about that, about me switching out the graphics cards. I did an unboxing video about the 3090. Should be coming out. I'm hoping that video is going to be released on Monday, and I'm thinking that it's going to be released as a premiere. At least that's the idea. And Dane, I've been thinking about it. Do a how-to video on how to mine cryptocurrency. But here's the problem. If you are looking for any kind of graphics card that is over 2 gigs in VRAM, and I mean, this one has 24 gigs, but I mean, it's a 3090. It's one of the best graphics cards on the market. It is next to impossible to find it. Like, I went into the computer store today, and the graphics cards wall was completely empty, except for a couple NVIDIA 710s, which I believe have like 1 or 2 gigs of VRAM. You're not really going to get any kind of return in regards to cryptocurrency on that. So, I mean, I could do a video, but the likelihood of anybody being able to build a mining rig or whatnot is next to impossible right now. So I might still do it. I gotta see what's going on, because I've thought about building a rig myself. I really thought about it, right? So the idea though is that you don't necessarily need fancy graphics cards to mine cryptocurrency. You need a multitude of graphics cards, because even if you had 4 gigs of VRAM, let's say like a 1050, a 1060 NVIDIA, or even some of the Radeon cards like a 580, those are good if you're running them like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 at a time. And then if you run, like, let's say 1060s, because that was the last card I had in here was a 1060, and that had 6 gigs of VRAM. That was doing roughly about a sixth of what this card could do. So if you could find them dirt cheap, which is highly unlikely, then you could put 6 in a rig and you could mine the same of what this one PC could do. And you might be able to even do it at I'm not even sure. You would have to clock them down, but there's so many different ways you can mine cryptocurrency. What's up, Roland? How you doing, man? What's up, Sam, man? I don't want to miss anybody. When I start to get on my rants and raves, you know how it goes, right? So I've just been testing it out. I don't know if I'm actually going to do it, but my mentality is I do still think that there is a lot of room for exponential growth within cryptocurrency. So even if I do it for a month, 2 months, 3 months, whatever it is, I might be able to do half of an Ethereum coin, because I'm mining Ethereum right now. I'm not doing Bitcoin, because I do like the idea of Ethereum over Bitcoin. Bitcoin, I think people kind of explain it like digital gold. It has a certain kind of market cap, and after that, there's going to be no more of it produced, right? And Ethereum is kind of like oil. It's going to be the fuel that kind of greases the cryptocurrency marketplace. There's actually companies out there that their sole purpose is to build an Ethereum ecosystem. And there's developers that develop on the Ethereum network, right? Using the Ethereum code. I'm probably talking a whole bunch of stuff that people don't care about, but this is what I've been interested about this week. I've been, doing my research about Ethereum, cryptocurrency, mining, and all that kind of stuff. So I do still think that Ethereum is going to go up. So even if I mine half an Ethereum coin and it goes up twice the price, like, that's kind of like a passive income that I didn't really have to do a whole lot with, right? I just kind of set my PC to do what it's doing when I'm not using it. So it is what it is. Yeah, I've been thinking about it. The one I've been thinking about cutting it. Don't worry, I've been thinking about it, man. So a couple other things. So it's funny. So I did this one on Wednesday. I fixed up this PC, and then Thursday, I have a media center PC. I don't know if you guys have been following me for a while. Then you guys would have seen I built a media center PC, and it was a mini ATX board, and it could hold up to 6 hard drives. And it was relatively cheap to build. Hard drives are expensive. That's another story, depending on the size that you want to go for. But I took the graphics card out of here. I put it into the media center PC, and I kind of wanted to see if it was possible to mine cryptocurrency at the same time as running a media center PC. Because realistically, running a media center PC, unless you got like a million people in your home and you're trying to access the media center PC, you're not really, and you're transcoding 4K files. But I'm happy with 1080p. Then it's not really using the resources of the PC a whole lot. So I was actually pleasantly pleased to see that it could do both mining cryptocurrency and running as a media center PC. So that was actually really cool. Kind of gave me some more ideas, but then I was shot down because I couldn't get parts. But the idea of building a big media center PC that doubled as a crypto mining rig was really interesting to me, right? Because a whole media center PC is going to be running 24/7 anyways, but it doesn't make you any money. So at least if you can mine the cryptocurrency at the same time, because that PC is running 24/7, if you can build it in a rig and put, 6 GPUs, maybe some, 1660s or some 2080s or some 3070s, whatever you can get. And the beauty of it is, if you build it right, you can actually mix and max graphics cards. You can have AMDs, you can have NVIDIAs. So if any of you guys, so first thing, if any of you guys have PCs right now that you're not using, don't sell them with a graphics card. 2, if you don't care about all that stuff and all this tech stuff with PCs and graphics cards and mining cryptocurrency and whatever it is, then there's a PO box address in the description below. Mail me your graphics cards. Because I would love to tinker with some graphics cards and see what I can build. I've seen some people in my area that are actually selling some rigs for mining without the graphics cards that are already pre-built with the motherboards and the 2 power supplies and all that kind of stuff. So all I would have to do is just slot in the graphics cards, run the software, and we're good to go. So, but the biggest thing is finding graphics cards to do it. Yeah, so I've been having a lot of fun with cryptocurrency and learning all about it. Even if you don't understand cryptocurrency, you kind of have to accept that cryptocurrency has influenced people's lives significantly. We're looking at, last year when Bitcoin was worth like $10,000, probably even less, and we're getting close to 60,000 US. A lot of people have invested in that. Their money has gone up. A lot of companies have invested in that, and it's affecting the actual market in itself. And because of that, a lot of people have made some interesting plays off of cryptocurrency stocks, which is what I do a lot of time researching about and all that kind of good stuff. So yeah. Shrink and Sharon just posted, I have a stock group that I started. I'm not trying to say that I'm some kind of financial advisor or I know what I'm talking about, but I do have some general basic rules that have worked for me that I try to share with everybody. Right. So that kind of good stuff. If you guys are interested in, joining the community, I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm just posting suggestions. I've also created a Telegram bot that pulls information and automatically posts it. So even if I'm not actively on at the moment, it will continuously post information. And you guys can obviously ask in the group for other members to answer questions and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool. All right, let me just see if I missed any questions or whatever while I'm going. Again, I'm not going to be on a whole lot today. I got some stuff I got to catch up on. A lot of stuff going on with beyond the streams and the clips and just trying to catch up with everything. Yeah, that kind of stuff. So again, Red Lantern, thank you for joining the squad again. Really do appreciate the support. The support is a way for me to invest in my passions that you guys seem to enjoy. Working on Android boxes, working on PCs, talking about cryptocurrency. The support that you guys give me is all goes back into investing in this kind of tech. To be blunt, I much prefer buying tech products that I'm interested in and doing videos and talking about those on a live stream versus random companies sending me random things that I don't even know if I really care about them or not. So yeah, most of the things that I've talked about on my channel, I've purchased with my own money. A couple things I haven't, and that's because I built some really good relationships with companies like Buzz TV. I really do enjoy their products. I like playing around with them, and I like to tinker with stuff. And to be honest, I went over to their head office. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. This week's been a blur for me, but I went over to Buzz TV's head office and I was talking to the management team for like, it felt like 3 hours. But every time I go over there, it's a good time. We end up talking about, software, specs, hardware, where they've like some of their products, their current lineup, where they're going, where some of their software is going. And then I give them ideas of some things that I've seen happening in certain applications, some things that they can implement, and that kind of good stuff, right? So we end up talking for a while and I get to hang out. It's kind of nice that the Buzz TV head office is it's less than 10 minutes away from my house. So if they say, hey, we got a box that we want you to test out and try it out, that I could just whip over there and I get to pick it up and bring it home and play with it when I get time. So a lot of people have been asking me. Now in the description, I think I have the link for the Buzz TV for you guys to get 10% off, but I've been super excited to test out this one. This is the XRS 4900. Super interesting box. So I'll talk about a little bit about that in a minute because I don't want to go too far off topic. But yeah, let me just catch up with the chat and then we'll jump into Buzz TV. And then I'll talk a little bit about my media center PC. And then we're going to kick it off for the weekend and wish everyone a fantastic weekend. That's pretty much how we're going to do it. Jeremy says you got off early to catch the show. Man, makes me feel even better that I'm actually doing the show. Cause like I said, I almost put a message out saying, hey, I'm going to skip this show cause I was running late and there's a bunch of stuff that I'm behind on and I want to catch up on. But I look forward to these live streams all week when I can hang out with you guys for real. You guys are funny in the chat, man. Yeah. So if you guys, for real, if you got computer parts, hang on to them. And I'll talk a little bit more of that in a moment. But if you got graphics cards, if you got hard drives, that kind of stuff, hang on to that. You can never have too many hard drives or graphics cards at this moment. The chat's moving. We got 27 people in here and we got 20. Hey, we got 20 thumbs up and 6 thumbs down. Yo, I appreciate everybody in here because all of you hit a thumb one way or another. It doesn't matter if it's a thumb up or a thumb down. I appreciate you. You came out here and you told me how you felt. I appreciate you. Get a PS5 and part it out and make a rig. You know what? I had a PS5 and I sold it a week and a half ago. I'm more of an Xbox guy, and I kind of just grabbed it to see if any of my family members or friends, and I posted it on my Twitter. If anybody wanted it, I would have sold it to you guys and shipped it out. But eventually one of my cousins, I forced him to take it, and yeah, it is what it is. I've heard that some people with PS5s have been mining cryptocurrency on it, which is weird, but I guess it works. I was trying to figure out if I can do that with my Xbox, and I didn't see a definitive answer yet. Yeah, you can find graphics cards. You're going to pay double the price, but if you're going to be mining cryptocurrency with it, here's the thing with mining cryptocurrency, okay? Yes, it obviously is a passive income because you can set it and forget it, but for most or majority of the time, the more you're spending on a graphics card is the longer you're going to see a return on your investment. For instance, this card here, even though it's one of the best ones on the market, it's not going to actually pay for itself if it was mining cryptocurrency 24/7 for at least let me see. Let me calculate this right. For about 4 to 5 months. Until about 4 or 5 months running 24/7 consistently, that's the only time that it actually pays for itself. But then what happens if it fails, or what happens if something else happens along the line, right? So you want to make sure that you're understanding the risk factor, because there's a risk to everything that you get involved in, right? You got to understand, like, especially when it comes to investments, right? But like I said on the show, I think last week or the week before, the biggest risk is ourselves, because we don't spend our money on ourselves in regards to investing into our future or trying our ideas, then we're going to blow it on food, on bills, on stuff that doesn't really make us who we are, right? So I always say it's a good thing to invest into an idea. It's a good idea to invest into your future, all that kind of good stuff. You have an idea, you know, you're going to spend more time debating about your if you should do that idea or not. Waste and you know, time is money. Wasting, you know, time when you could be doing other things versus actually testing it out, seeing if it actually is a viable idea or not, and failing or succeeding. So I always say, if you got an idea, if you feel one way or another about it, try it out, see where it goes. Everybody has a certain level of common sense. They understand their scenarios. So I trust, just like in myself, just like I do with you guys, that if you try something, you are generally going to be able to understand when it becomes riskier than it makes sense before it goes too far, right? We hope so. What's up, Paper Plate? How you doing, man? What's up, Nicholas? How you doing? Patty D, what's good? I'm not going bald. Roger says that his son's into it big time. Yeah, it's cool. If you can get the graphics cards, for sure. For sure. It's pretty cool, right? For sure. The one says, if you cut all your hair, do you lose your next level powers? I don't know. Even I don't have next level powers. I am what I am, hair or no hair. You know, I didn't really start growing my hair until like 3 years ago. But prior to that, I never really had long hair. YouTube has always hated me. All of my live streams, I make a note to say how much YouTube hates me. Pretty much, it is what it is. I get it. It's all good. I'm not on YouTube for YouTube. I'm on YouTube to hang out with you guys, and it kind of documents my journey and my thought processes, because a lot of the live streams on my channel lately have just been my ideas and my thoughts. So it's almost like a vlog of me just sitting in a chair. It's a fat ass vlog. That's what it is. Oh, my chat just jumped. You know what? Why is my camera blurry? Hold on. My camera's being funky. Well, that looks better, I think. I hope so. All right, that looks okay. Listen, you only lose money in stocks if you sell, right? You have to understand what kind of investor you want to be when it comes to stocks, right? I talk about this. I feel like I talk about this too much, because I talk about it to a lot of people. A lot of people are interested in learning about stocks, but even if a stock price goes down and you're invested in it, you only lose money if you sell, right? If you hold it, generally, if you're a long-term investor for more than a year, there's a big dip in the market, like a recession, you're looking at a year to a year and a half before it starts to come back up, right? Now, if you're the person that needs that money right away, one of the tips that I give in my stock group is to understand your in and your out. So what you're going to buy it at and what you're going to sell it at. Now, that's different from buying stocks that you think are going to be great to pay into your retirement in a long-term basis, right? If you are just going to be the person that wants to just buy stocks, and let's say you buy Google, Apple, Amazon, PayPal, that kind of stuff, whatever it is, and you want to just pay into that and hold those stocks until you retire and then cash them out and live on those retirements, that's different. You have to understand that mentality, right? The biggest killer of investing into the stock market is emotions, right? But if you are in it for a short-term flip, right, then you have to understand, okay, I'm going to buy it at this price and I'm going to sell it at this price, right? And you can set those buys and sells automatically in the generally the platforms that you use, and it takes the emotions out of it, right? That way, honestly, you don't even have to look at the stock market. You can just be like, okay, I bought it at this, I'm going to sell it at that. And, you know, a few days go by, maybe a week goes by, maybe a month goes by, who knows, maybe even 6 months goes by. And then you get a random notification on your phone and you're like, your stock just sold. That just means you made whatever percentage that you said you wanted to make. Cool. And then when it sells, you go back in, you got this money now that's liquid in your stock account. And you're like, all right, I'm going to do this with another stock now. And you do the same thing, right? I always tell people start with a little bit of money that you don't need for your day-to-day survival. But I also say, make sure you put away a little bit so that you're able to do that. And it starts to compound and get bigger and bigger, right? You don't just wake up one day and become a millionaire. It doesn't work that way. You got to start somewhere, right? I mean, you could wake up and become a millionaire, right, off of the lottery, but chances are it wasn't the first lottery ticket you bought. You maybe have bought it every single week since you were 18. So I don't know which way you want to look into it, but you don't just think there has to be a cause and effect. Yeah. So let me just catch up with the chat. PC gaming is the way. You know what? I kind of want to get into some form of gaming, and I don't know what kind it is yet. I played a little bit more on my Xbox because I have the Xbox Series X. So I played a little bit more on that. It was kind of cool, but it's about getting a little bit more organized with my time so I have more time to do those kind of things, right? Because I honestly, it took me, you guys know, it took me months to install this graphics card, and I'm super excited that I did, but it took my newfound motivation with cryptocurrency to actually install this graphics card. So yeah, but I have other things that are sitting here right on my desk that are looking at me every day. They're like, hey, unbox me, play with me. I still have that Rodecaster that I want to unbox, right? But I always want to be in the right mindset, in the right moment where I have enough time where I can sit down and spend, you know, half an hour, maybe even 3-4 hours with something and really give it a good run for its money, right? Before I just unbox it and run away from it. Because I feel like I do it kind of a disjustice if I do that. For instance, the video that I did for the unboxing, I kind of realized that I don't want to just rush through videos anymore. And if I start to create videos, I'm only going to release one at the most, maybe once. If it is time sensitive, then 2 times a week. But even if I have the video fully edited and all ready to go, I'm still going to schedule it for the next week, because that's going to give me time to kind of, you know, marinate on, did I edit it the way I wanted to? Did I get all the parts done that I wanted to? Make sure I didn't forget anything. Is all the information accurate? Because I've had times where I've pushed out videos because I've rushed to be the first to get a video out, or I rushed it because I was excited and I wanted to make sure that you guys got to see what I was working on. Because a lot of times I get excited for you guys because you guys look forward to these videos, the comments that you guys do. So there's all that, right? So I want to make sure that I'm not just respecting the product, but also your time and my time. So that's one thing, right? But if it is a product that is time sensitive, then maybe I might drop it, you know, more than once a week, depending on what the product is. But that's kind of my mentality. The other thing that I was thinking about is that if I do have something that is completely like good to go and it's ready before Monday, I might release it early for the members of the channel so you guys can check it out. You guys can be the first ones to comment, the first ones to like it, and the ones to actually talk about it in the members group in Telegram, right? So that's kind of a something that I've been throwing around in my head today and this week. So that's something I've been thinking about. All right, let me just finish catching up with this chat. I'm looking for a 1050 Ti OC, low profile, 4 gig. Yo, keep looking. Like, I don't even know what to tell you. I have a 1060 with 6 gigs of DDR5 RAM, and I didn't even realize how bad the video card market is. And a lot of people asked me for it, and I was like, yeah, I don't think I need it. But then once I realized how difficult it is to get graphics cards, I don't advise anybody selling graphics cards at this moment. If you have it, keep it, honestly. So I'm using it in my Plex PC because I'm going to be building more PCs and I'm going to need graphics cards. And if I can't find the graphics cards, then what am I supposed to do with these PCs? So What's up, guy on a couch? How you doing? Yeah. There's a lot of good calculators. You can go to whattomine.com or .org, and there's a bunch of other websites too that'll give you a lot of good information. No, there's not going to be a PS6 coming out soon. If we look at the PS4 and the Xbox One X, those were a decade on the market before we got to the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. So we may see variations of the same consoles that are out right now over the next 5 to 10 years, but I don't think that we're actually going to see a new console, right? What I do think is that there's going to be an evolution of accessories. I think that over the next 5 to 10 years, there's going to be an evolution of virtual reality. So the new virtual reality that's going to be coming out for the PS5, I think is going to be really good. The last one for the PS4 was good, but I think that the next one that's coming out is obviously going to be next level, right? I think that, Xbox is going to try to follow suit as well. If we all remember, Xbox was the first one to come out with some form of VR, and that got shut down. And I believe the people that were working in that department moved over to PlayStation, so they started working on the wand and stuff like that. But there also is some interesting things that are happening on the market. We have, NVIDIA with their Shield, who's debating, and it's rumored that they are going to be working with Nintendo on their next console and possibly not producing pro model NVIDIA Shields going on in the future. Now, these are all rumors. They're probably wrong, but I don't think that they're too far from the truth, because with the current market with the NVIDIA Shield, the dongle ones like this one right here, I don't know if you guys can see it, but that one is actually running the Tegra X1 Plus, right? The ones that are considered the NVIDIA Shield Pros are actually 2017 NVIDIA Shields with a software overclock. So even though on the boxes and on the spec sheets, they're telling you that the NVIDIA Shield is running a Tegra X1 Plus processor, it's actually a lie. And this was confirmed through NVIDIA. NVIDIA actually sent out a box for Rojas to test. And once he got IDA 64 installed on there, IDA said blatantly, this is a Tegra X1 processor. So he's like, hold on a second. So he plugged in this one, the Pringles can, like I call it, and it goes, this is running the Tegra X1 Plus processor. So he's like, is something wrong with IDA? So he actually called NVIDIA, who confirmed that the Pros, the 2019 Pros, are just a software overclock and a new remote. So for 5 years straight, NVIDIA has gotten away from using the same Android box and the same specs and just changing the remote and just re-releasing them, right? It wasn't until they went to a new form factor that they actually put a new chipset in there. So I think what's going to happen is, because there's going to be less and less of a push towards local hardware power when it comes to gaming, and more of a push to cloud gaming, that we're not going to need to have big devices, big consoles and stuff like that going forward. So could I see them dropping the Pro? I could. Could I see them pushing the Pringles can and pushing it with their possibly bundling it with a remote, a controller, and maybe their GeForce Now? I could see that, right? So who knows what's going to happen in that scenario? Like I said, they're going to also be working and producing a new console, or at least producing the new CPU or GPU for Nintendo. Possibly, it's been rumored, but this has been talked about for months, possibly even longer than months, right? So I think that Nintendo it still has a big market when it comes to actual, how do I say this, physical games, right? A lot of the other platforms are very heavy when it comes to digital. Nintendo has a digital market as well too. So I'd have to do more research to see how that works. But yeah, that's kind of my idea on that. I wish someone forced me to take a PS5. That's funny. What's up, Preppy Mama? Where are you? I didn't even see your comment. How come I'm not seeing your comment? That's so weird. Because I can see people saying hi. You know what? Hold on a second. My chat's jumping. Give me 1 second here, guys. What's up, Digital? I see you there, man. Yeah, I see people saying hi to Preppy Mama, but I don't see her comment. It's so weird. I'm scrolling. Ah, there it is. Hey, everyone. What's up? She's at work right now. Oh, me too. I'm working right now, too. I'm working here. Yeah, the stocks group is something I don't usually actively promote because, again, I'm not an advisor. I'm just trying to learn this stuff as best I can and share whatever knowledge I get, right? I'm not going to say that everything I know is going to be 100% accurate or guaranteed wins, but, you know, it's up to you guys to do your own research. All right, I'm just catching up on the chat here. Sorry, guys. Just want to make sure I wasn't missing anybody's comments because I do a terrible job with, talking and reading at the same time. I cannot do that. It is impossible. You know what? I haven't heard of Quantum TV. I'm going to check him out. Is that a YouTuber? Yeah, I'll check it out. It's kind of played out, no? Like, it's like rinse and repeat. I the amount of stuff I've done on them. Like, I feel like I could walk away for a year and not touch a single Fire Stick and come back and be like, okay, it's like this now. I'm cool, right? I don't know. It is what it is. I started money yesterday, made 30 cents. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What's up, Stuart? How you doing, man? Talk about the card, man. Yeah, I got a whole video coming out. I'm hoping it's going to be released on Monday, like I was saying. I'm going to talk about the card. I'm actually going to talk a little bit about the differences in regards to the cryptocurrency mining, that kind of stuff. But the card, it looks kind of nice in the PC. Like, it looks like it belongs in that PC. You guys can see it there. I don't have the side paneling on just to keep it nice and cool, but it's actually running at a nice 52 degrees Celsius, which is a pretty decent temperature to be running when it's mining, because I'm mining right now and I'm using the computer and it's doing fine. I underclocked it, and then some of my older ones I overclocked it. Like, yeah, I'm not going to go into all that, but yeah, I'm happy with my RTX 20. Yo, those are good cards. The 2080s are good cards. Even the 1080s are good cards. You can't go wrong with them, right? People think they need all kinds of crazy cards, right? Oh, I want to. Even my son, when I told him, hey, I'll build you a PC, a gaming PC, and he's like, can I game in 4K? And I'm like, you want to game in 4K? Do you know how much that costs? And people think they can just get a graphics card and game in 4K. No, there's things that, have to line up with that. Most people don't even have a 4K monitor. So what's the point of gaming in 4K if you don't have a 4K monitor? Like, I'm using a 32-inch curved monitor right now because I got it on a decent price. And this monitor, even though it's nice, it's not 4K. It's 2K. 2K is good enough for me. I hook up my Xbox with my chocolate cables to the monitor. I sit here and I'll game for a little bit. Not much, not often, but I do. I appreciate it because it looks good, and it's 2K, so it is what it is. 100%. This graphics card costs more than the whole PC. Either more than the whole PC or just as much, because this PC is obviously not cheap, and I have a couple more parts that I'm going to be switching out inside there. I got some new RAM to switch out, but that's running a Ryzen 9. It's running, M.2s. It's got here, let me get this off the screen. So if you guys want to talk about this PC for a second, but so it's running a Ryzen 9. It's got 32 gigs of RAM in there right now, but just because I wanted it to get that like be next level, I have 128 gigs that I'm going in there that I'll probably never use. I just wanted to future proof it so that if I wanted to, move to, let's say, a Threadripper build in the future, that I would have the parts ready to kind of switch over and get that all going, right? It's running M.2. It's got a 2 terabyte M.2 in there. It also has pretty simple, actually. It's just got the 3090, and then down here is an AverMedia capture card, which is a 4K 60 frames a second capture card, and that's what I have connected to whatever boxes or whatever I have running so that I can record it, right? And that's where I get the good quality from. There are a lot of other capture cards on the market that are cheaper. I like it. It's got RGB. It's just as good as the Elgato's that are on the market that do 4K 60, so that kind of stuff. But for the most part, it is pretty simple. Like it's not too complicated to build a PC if it was your first time. You get the motherboard, you slot in your RAM, you put on your CPU. You don't have to worry about all the cables about hard drives like you used to before. You literally just clip in your M.2 hard drive right there. You can see it right there. That's the M.2. It just slides into a slot and you put a screw in. You're good. And then your graphics card literally slides into a slot. And then most people don't have a capture card. So that's really all it really is. So, yeah. What's up, Pien? How you doing, man? Well, yeah. I mean, it is what it is. Try it out. Overclocking the shield. Yeah, what's up? What's up? What's up? Oh. What's up, Rojas? How you doing, man? If you want a link, I'll give you links. I've just been blabbering my mouth off here. I don't even know if people are messaging me. Let's see. Yeah, if you guys want a link, then shoot me a message on Telegram. I'll give you guys a link, but I'm not going to be on here too long. Like I'm just on here blabbering, just talking, just hanging out. Yo, Ada and Cordana, they're pretty good. They're pretty good, but I'm still mining Ethereum right now. I like Ethereum. I don't know what it is. I'm an Ethereum junkie. What can I say? I'm an Ethereum junkie. There's some changes coming to the Ethereum code, probably end of July, beginning of April, where we might see some interesting things happening to the price. That's all I'm going to say. They're slowly changing over to Ethereum 2.0, and it's going to change how the currency is transacted on the market. So it should be interesting to see what happens. Some of the people that are mining are upset with some of the changes. We might even, there's a small percentage that there could be a fork in a fork. It means that the coin splits into two. Some people take the code and they make another copy of it and they start another version of it. So there's a bunch of things that are up in the air right now. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with cryptocurrency when we get into July and April, for sure. For sure. Yo, man, appreciate the comments. Honestly, I do. I appreciate the comments because sometimes I'll be sitting here and be like, should I do a live show? I don't even know what we're going to talk about. And then I get on here and I talk for an hour straight and I'm like, what just happened? I have no idea. No idea. What's good? What's good, Rojas? Yo, everyone do me a favor. If you guys are not following Rojas's new channel, Rojas Tech Reviews, make sure you double check. Make sure you're following Rojas because YouTube is doing some funky stuff. You got to make sure you resubscribe. And don't forget about the BS Clips channel that we're doing, as well as the Beyond the Streams channel. Like, there's so much content that we're putting out. Just make sure that you're staying up to date with all that stuff. Yeah. Well, that was one thing. The other thing is I still want to switch out the RAM, but I know that sounds stupid. I just didn't do it yet. It's sitting on my desk and the case is open staring at me. But I've been it's been nice just looking inside of the case because it just looks so clean. And then when you put the glass on, it adds a little bit of glare. So I'm just being first world. Yo, my chat keeps jumping. This is crazy. All right. How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? I haven't played COD in years. I actually talked about that a little bit on the podcast. I don't know if that episode is out yet. It'll either be coming out. I think it's coming out next week. So I talk a little bit about my experiences with COD and with work and how I had to learn to play Call of Duty to benefit my employment. At one point, that was a funny story, but yeah. Oh yeah, this is way after your work schedule. You're done for the weekend. Yo, Rojas is about to do a premiere. So if you guys are interested, check it out. Check it out. We got a BS premiere clip that's happening tonight. So make sure you guys are subbed to that channel. Where is my... Hold on a second. There's my YouTube. Yeah, for those of you that are mods, feel free to share the links. I'm horrible at multitasking when I'm sitting here flapping my gums. So if you guys want to share the links to the Beyond the Streams or to Rojas's premiere, or if you want to share the links to the BS clips, yo, feel free. I'm just trying to catch it up. I'm only going to be on here for a few more minutes and then I'm out because I'm hungry. I am hungry. Yeah, man. Yo, hit me up for real. Hit me up. I'll talk about it. Appreciate you coming out, man. Appreciate it. Breaking news. Time for wings. Yo, it's been a minute since I've had wings. I ain't gonna lie. I've been craving them for real. I've been debating in the past couple of days about ordering them. So I'm not sure. I might do it tonight because it's Friday. What better day is there to eat wings than a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So yeah, let's. I just got back from the computer store, and I grabbed one of these. So this is a docking bay for hard drives, and I take the 2.5 and a 3.5, right? But one of the questions that I asked at the computer store was like, "Hey, I want one of these, but I also want it to take M.2s." Right? So they have two separate ones that I've seen at the computer store. Now I haven't searched online yet, right? But why wouldn't you want to future-proof yourself where it can take 2.5, 3.5, and M.2s, right? So if you're moving into the next level of your PC upgrades, you could take out your 2.5s and your 3.5s, and let's say you're going to be setting up your M.2s. You could plug in your M.2s, you can transfer your 2.5s and 3.5s to your M.2s, you could clone it, and then just pop that sucker into your new build, and you're good. Like these offer offline cloning, all that kind of stuff. So these are relatively cheap. I'd be willing to spend more if it did M.2s, maybe even if it had a couple USB ports on this for external hard drives or USB thumbsticks, whatever it is, right? So I'm sure that they're on the market. I just got to look for it. But that's one thing that I asked the guy, because I always have long conversations every time I go to the computer store. All right, Rojas, you have a good one, man. I always have long conversations, but he's like, that's a good question. He's like, they should have that. And I'm like, yeah, they should. Like, time to get on the next level for real. But I'm sure if we did some research and we searched online, we could find some of that. So I'll probably be looking into that in the future. But I just had a hard drive fail on me in my media build. So that was a 10 terabyte, and I grabbed a 14 just to replace it. And I'm going to see if I can recover it using this. But even swapping some of the files around and just organizing the data, this is going to be really useful for me to do that. So if you guys are doing PC stuff, or if you're doing hard drive backups, these are always good to have. If they're hot swappable, you just literally just slide the hard drive right into the bay and you connect this to your computer. All right, Jeremy, you have a good one, man. So let's talk a little bit about some of the Buzz TV boxes that I got. I'm not going to do an unboxing. I'm just going to talk about them. And then there's going to be an unboxing that's going to be coming later on, right? So I did pick up the VidStick Max. So this is going to be pretty cool to test out. The VidStick Max is pretty much the same as the previous VidStick, except this one has 4 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of onboard storage. And that's honestly pretty cool when you could put in a micro SD card. And I actually have in my phone a 1 terabyte micro SD card. Do you imagine if you had a 1 terabyte in a stick? You could put all your 4K files on it, whatever you wanted to do, take it around with you. And technically, you wouldn't even need to have access to the internet to watch 4K content, right? You just save them to an SD card, or you save them right onto this because it's got 128 gigs. And you could watch whatever you wanted to watch, even if you had no internet. So that's cool. But speaking if you had no internet, let's do this. This bad boy right here, right? This is the XRS 4900. Now, this is a big box. This is also not a cheap device, right? But they're trying to hit a couple different things. And Buzz TV, people might say that, their boxes are expensive or more expensive than some of the other ones on the market. But people need to understand that they're doing different things and they're meant for different purposes, right? So, for instance, this one here may cost the same amount as a NVIDIA Shield, but you can actually put a 2.5-inch hard drive right into it, right? You can schedule recording. The software that's on here is meant to do different things than the software that is on the NVIDIA Shield. So, for instance, this right here, this is a 5 terabyte hard drive that's going to literally go right into the XRS 4900. Now, imagine having a beast of a box running the S90 sorry, it's been a while since I've talked about Android boxes. Can you guys tell? So it's going to be a beast once you're having a box like this that's running the S922 chipset. It also has 128 gigs of onboard storage, but then I can also put in a 5 terabyte hard drive, and I don't need to have access to internet to watch 4K movies. And 5 terabytes is going to hold quite a bit of content, right? So even if you guys have family members or a friend, I had one recently over the past couple months who hit me up and was like, yo, I'm going to a cottage and I don't think that we have good internet there. Do you have something that I could just, whatever, and I could watch it directly off the box? So I gave him an external hard drive, a 5 terabyte external hard drive, and he got to watch whatever he wanted to watch. But if you had a box like that, and a family member hit you up to be like, yo, you can rent this box from me. It's going to cost this, this, and this. You come up with your own prices, but you get the same experience that if you were streaming the same kind of content, but probably better because you're not going to buffer if it's all local on the actual device itself. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool, right? So I'm kind of excited. When I do my unboxing for this device, I'm actually going to show how to install the hard drive directly into the box. So it's not just going to be about an unboxing. Certain things have changed on YouTube where I can't talk and show certain things, but if I'm talking specs and installing hardware into the actual device itself, there's nothing wrong with that, right? So I'm probably going to do more talks about the specs and about the actual upgrade to the device from 128 gigs to 5 terabytes. That's going to be pretty cool. I did also talk to Buzz TV about the possibility of running a Plex server off of this device, and they said that it's not impossible, but they have to communicate with Plex themselves to gain the access to do it. I'm not sure if it costs additional for them to get those kind of rights, because I did ask. I said the NVIDIA Shield is able to run a Plex server off of it, and they said yes, because NVIDIA has talked directly to Plex and they have granted them that access. So if they wanted to do it, they would have to do the same thing. So I don't know what that looks like behind the scenes, but it is a conversation that I've had with them. So it's not something that they've overlooked. It's something that it could be a possibility with future updates. We don't know. We have no idea. It is what it is. You know what? I don't know. I kind of like just kicking it here on YouTube because I've been here for so long. I've changed my content, so my content, I hope, isn't going against any kind of YouTube rules or regulations or whatever. I honestly just come on here and I talk for an hour, and that's all I do. And I hope that what I'm talking is within their guidelines. I don't really show anything, so it is what it is. I'd like to stay on YouTube for as long as I can. That's just it. I'm not sure if I'm going to go to Coco Scope or Twitch. If I do go somewhere, it might be Twitch. Twitch is kind of cool. They monetize you quicker. There's less of requirements in regards to monetizing, and they seem to be a little bit more lax when it comes to some of the copyright stuff, because I've seen a lot of DJs that are playing music on Twitch, which I know they don't own the rights to. So I'm like, see, here on YouTube, you got to be a little bit wary if a TV's on in the background or something's happening, right? Because you can get those strikes. Now, I don't know if the same kind of rules and regulations are going to happen on Twitch that are happening on YouTube, but right now I think I'm pretty comfortable where I can just come on here and hang out with you guys and put up a video every once in a while, and it is what it is. Yeah. So yeah, that's what it is. So we just hit the 1 hour mark. So just to recap, installed the 3090 in the PC. I am going to be talking a little bit about cryptocurrency. I have a video coming out hopefully Monday. That's going to do an unboxing on the graphics card and talk a little bit more about mining cryptocurrency. And if there is, interest, then I might make a video teaching you guys how to mine cryptocurrency if you want. There is going to be a video coming out on the new Buzz TV devices. I generally get, this is going to sound weird, but I generally get the Buzz TV devices before anybody else, but I'm generally slow on making videos. I'm sorry, it is what it is. Because Buzz TV is less than 10 minutes away from my house, I literally just drive over and they're like, hey, we got the new boxes in. Can you want to grab one? I'm like, yeah, sure. I'll grab one. I'll check it out. I'll see what it's all about. So yeah, there is going to be a video coming out about the Buzz TV devices, about the graphics cards. There's a lot more clips that are coming out now. We've kind of gone through a lot of the older clips, and now some of the newer ones are really good clips about news articles that are happening in today's society right now. So I really enjoy the Friday news segments on the Beyond the Streams, because it talks about things that are happening in the world like today, and kind of our viewpoints and our perspectives and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of cool. I really do appreciate it, having those conversations and being able to share with you guys. There are some more videos that are coming down the pipeline that I've had for a while, the products, and I've been meaning to make a video, but like I said, I got to be in a certain mindset and have things where I want them to make the videos, right? So hopefully I can get there soon once I get these videos out for you guys. Yeah, so here's the thing. So Sandman says, do you mainly use Robinhood for stock trade? I'm not in the States, so I don't have access to Robinhood and Webull and stuff like that. From the research that I've done, because majority of the people that follow me on social media are from the States, majority of the people that I follow, majority of the research that I've done, I prefer, now this is without firsthand knowledge, okay, is Webull. If you look in the description of this video, one of the top links is actually going to be a referral link to Webull, and that's going to give you 2 free stocks, right? So if you guys are looking to check it out, that is a commission-free trading platform in the States, and it's in the description below. You just sign up, doesn't cost you anything, and you're able to qualify for 2 to 3 stocks, I believe, that are absolutely free. Below that, if you're in Canada, then there's a link for Wealthsimple, and that's what I use in Canada as well as my bank. But I do prefer, if you are getting started, to use or start with a commission-free platform, because a lot of your money can be eaten up with commission fees. I know here in Canada, some banks will charge, $10 every time you buy, and then another $10 every time you sell. So if you're only buying $100 worth of stock at a time, those commission fees will eat you up. So you got to be careful with that, right? Yeah, so I've been on here for an hour. The Butcher is on, so if anybody wants to share the Butcher's link to go check him out, make sure you go do that. I just appreciate, you guys coming out, you hanging out with me, see what's going on, see what's up. You can see even here, right here, Paper Plate says Webull is much better. From what I see, their platform looks good. It has a lot of information. If you are new to trading and you start with Webull, you might be overwhelmed. But as you do with everything else, start small. Like if you see something, you're like, what does that mean? Google that word. And do your research, right? Don't go get overwhelmed about the whole idea of trading. Start with small. Okay, this is a new word. What is a limit buy, right? Versus how do I make money off stocks? That's a bigger conversation, right? But if you start understanding the process and how each one of the things work within the platforms and the portfolios, then you'll learn it a lot better that way, right? Yeah, those fees are crazy, man. For sure, for sure. What's good? What's good, Blemo? How you doing, man? Hope you're all good. Yo, what phone? You told me that you're getting a new phone today. What phone did you get? Because I think before you had a Huawei. Those are good phones, man. Those are good phones. Yeah. Thank you, Shrink and Sharon. So if you're looking to go check out the Butcher, who's live streaming right now, I'm going to be getting off here any moment now. So I always say, appreciate the people that are going to be live streaming too. Show some love in the community. I believe the Butcher and Superdell. I think Superdell is live streaming later too. Yo, that's a boss phone. OnePlus 8T. That's gangster. I love that phone. OnePlus is doing some damage. But however, I think there's some rumors that OnePlus might be dropping their Oxygen OS coming with their next devices. And they might be switching to Oppo's operating system, which I don't think is too far off because Oppo is close to stock Android as well. But the OnePlus 9 has been really poking at the people that are running the flagship companies right now, and they're literally just leaking each feature individually before their actual conference comes out when they release the phone. They're like, hey, check out this camera, look what the phone looks like. Oh, we got 50-watt wireless charging. Yeah, you heard me. The OnePlus 9 is going to be coming with 50-watt wireless charging when there's some phones on the market today that don't even have 50-watt wired charging. You could charge this phone faster wirelessly. You sit down at your desk, right? And you just plop it down on your wireless charger, and 15 minutes, boom, you're good, right? 5 minutes, boom, you're good. Wirelessly. You don't even have to think about where's the cable. I got to plug in the cable. I got to fit around with this stuff. You literally just put the phone down on the desk like you would anyways, and it charges enough for you to use it for the rest of the day. Like, to me, innovation is a great thing. It's a beautiful thing, right? We've come from a time where batteries were exploding on cell phones to a time when you could charge a cell phone, 80% in like 15, 20 minutes. It's crazy. Absolutely nuts. So trading features, if we're talking about Webull, even Wealthsimple here in Canada, I think Robinhood pretty much is the same thing, but it's got the same kind of trading features. You can do limit buys, limit sells, stop limits, all that kind of good stuff. So for sure, it has all those features. The one thing with some of the free platforms, I can speak more so on the ones in Canada versus the one in the States because I'm not in the States, but I know for the one in Canada that's commission free, there's no fees, there's no commissions. However, it doesn't have all of the stocks, so you may not be able to get access to all of the stocks that you would on a commission based platform per se, right? So that's usually the give and take, right? So I always say, check it out. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. So check out the links in the description if you're interested about Webull, or if you're interested in Wealthsimple in regards to Canadian stock trading, because that's what I use here in Canada, as well as my bank. So, yo, that's a good price. Yo, that 8T was $599 in the US. That's a banger. But that's because I think we're a week away from the launch of the 9, so that's why they're probably cheaper right now. The 65 watt, I think, is that the wired wattage? Because I know the 50 is their wireless, so I'm super excited about that. Because honestly, I switched from OnePlus 6 to the S20 Plus, And the OnePlus 6 was the first phone that I missed after I switched. I just felt like it performed so much quicker because of the skin that it had, the Oxygen OS, versus what I feel to be bloated on the Samsung devices. I liked it so much better. Yeah, wired. That's what I thought. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to getting back into another phone besides Samsung. The only reason I got Samsung is because when you went to Best Buy, they had ridiculous deals on, oh, if you sign up with this, you'll get $400 in gift cards. And I was buying a TV at that point. So I was like, I get a new phone, no money up front. I get gift cards buy TV. I get everything for free. Okay. Obviously, you pay for the phone for the existence of your term, but it is what it is. Yo, digital. I know that when you grabbed the iPhone, right? The latest iPhone, you were saying you're having some blue light issues, right? And it was giving you headaches. Did you solve that issue? Did they come out with like a software update or a new filter? I know that Android has filters, like apps that create filters on the screen that can help with stuff like that, I think. So I'm just curious what happened with that situation, because you were like, you're gonna have to get rid of this phone because it's giving you headaches. It's crazy. You think that you spend so much money on a phone, and not only is it a headache in your wallet, but it's a headache like literally in your head. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go for another 2 or 3 minutes, guys, and then I'm gonna call it a quit. I just wanted to say I appreciate you guys for the support that you guys give me, no matter what I do online, um, no matter if it's Android boxes, no matter if it's computers, stocks, whatever it is, cryptocurrency, all that kind of crazy stuff that goes through my head on a day-to-day basis. You guys kick it with me, and I appreciate you guys. Digital says no update. It's the way Apple calibrates their screen. I sold it and bought an iPhone. So yo, you went from a 12 to 11 because they effed up on their screen. That's crazy. That is crazy, right? You would think that they would have people testing this stuff, right? That's nuts. What's up, MD? Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Like I said, we're going to go for about 2 more minutes, and then I'm going to say my goodbyes for the weekend. You guys know, if you're looking to reach out to me, you can hit me up on Telegram. For those of you that have been sending emails, I'm sorry. There's an auto response that says hit me up on Telegram. But yo, don't they get their OLEDs from Samsung? Like, wouldn't there be a recall? Like, wouldn't they do look, Hyundai started doing electric cars, and they had an issue with their battery where they were catching on fire, and it cost Hyundai $900 million to do a recall on this. You would think if it was such a big issue, Apple would have done a recall and fixed all the screens on their phones. It's not like they don't have the money. Their company is worth $2 trillion. It's a ridiculous amount of money that your company is worth. I honestly haven't heard about this. Are you saying that there's like a software update or a new cube is coming out at the end of the month? Tell me a little bit more about that. Like, what have you heard? Because I've talked about in the past kind of what I would like to see from the cube. Yeah, I don't know, man. I've been pulling on some crazy late nights just trying to catch up on some things here, but I'll see. I'll let you know. Yeah, they do, but then they calibrate them the way they want to. No recall needed. This stuff affects like 3% of people. Yeah, but like 3% of the amount of people that own iPhones is still a big number. It's still a big number. No, you didn't. Don't email me. It's gonna go automatically go to my junk folder. I'm telling you. I hate email. It's just using email makes me feel like a boomer. I don't want to feel like a boomer right now. Like, just shoot me a message and I'll get back to you when I can. Like, jeez. We can actually have a back and forth kind of conversation. Not, ooh, I sent a digital carrier pigeon and I gotta wait for you to send a digital carrier pigeon back. So archaic. All right, so Streamlabs just posted the link to the Telegram group. I don't know if it was listening to me talking, which was weird. If you want to get a hold of me, you want to stay connected with the community, there's almost 1,700 people in the Android TV Tips Telegram group. That's insane, guys. It keeps growing every day. More and more people. Great community in there. Great people answering questions. Yo, leave me alone. Leave me alone. I don't know. I should probably go with the smaller one. Like, I don't know. No, you can't fax me an email. Get out of here, Carl. What's up, Carl? How you doing? All right, guys. I've been going for an hour and 15 minutes just talking. I don't shut up. But apparently you guys like listening to me talk. So it is what it is. I appreciate you guys a lot. All the support that you guys have given me over the years here at NxtLvLTech and over on, Android TV.tips. It's just going to be an evolution. I tend to like to create communities that are good for people, that are safe places to explore different knowledge base, from Android boxes to stocks to who knows what the next group is that I'm going to create. I appreciate all the support that you guys do. The whole idea of me creating these groups was so that the community could teach the community. It's not just Next Level that knows everything, because I sure as hell don't. I don't know as much as you guys do. I don't know everything. I'm just a guy that just likes tech, just like you guys. And as a collective, you guys know so much more than any single person. So by creating a platform for you guys to answer questions, you guys will answer them a lot better than I ever could. So what's up, Ryan Ram? How you doing, man? That's the mentality. Next Level Cooking Group. Who knows, man? I got some crock pots and some air fryers that I haven't been using as much as I should, but I got a whole cupboard full of different seasonings and different salts. I have a thing for seasoned salts. So I like to make my wings with different kinds of seasoned salts. You can make me talk about food right now. I'm really going to end this live stream and go get me some wings. I swear. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I am. That's the truth. I am, because the amount of, I'm not even going to say it. I'm done. I'm done on that one. But yo, for real, you guys, I hope you had a great day. I hope you have an even better night. And I hope that your weekend is fantastic. I hope the weekend is fantastic. Make sure that you're doing something for yourself, and don't let the society take over your life, because at the end of the day, to most companies, to most things in society, you're just a number, but you're so much more than that to yourself and to the people that, mean something to you. So don't be afraid to realize that and understand how impactful you can be to not just your own life, but the people who actually care about you, right? Everyone wants to make a difference, but we got to start making a difference at home and with ourselves first. All right, guys. So this has been a Feel Good Friday here with NxtLvLTech. Asking you again, make sure you leave those comments. You check out the podcast over on Beyond the Streams, the Beyond the Streams YouTube channel, the BS Clips YouTube channel, and all that kind of good stuff. Join the groups over on Telegram. Follow me on Twitter, because I do post quite a bit on Twitter as well too. And I hope that you guys stay awesome and get to your next level. I'll see you guys next Friday, and make sure you look out for the videos that are coming out Monday and possibly Wednesday if I can get it done, but the videos are coming. I'll see you guys. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for Red Lantern for joining the membership again. Appreciate it. Anybody else who donated on PayPal that I didn't see, I appreciate you guys. Everybody that's part of the membership program, I appreciate you guys. You guys have a great one. See ya. Peace.
Hey everybody, just before we get going, I wanted to say a huge thank you, much love and appreciation to everyone who supports what I do over here on NxtLvLTech. Make sure you hit that like and that subscribe button and share these videos with a family member and friend.